Peggy 18.
The Chinese are clearly staking their claim as the preeminent military authority in the region. Now, the men pointing the guns and artillery at the Marines have uniforms. They are organized and centralized. They come from the strongest sovereign power in the hemisphere, China. The Chinese homeland is close, and their numbers are staggering. The People's Liberation Army wields undeniable might in Tajikistan. Operating in such close proximity began as a necessity of the mission based on pure geography. It was supposed to be nothing more than a footnote, something of which to be keenly aware. It has since become the headline, at least for the men on the ground. If the hope of the U.S. was to let diplomacy and prudence set the agenda and keep the peace with China, that hope has been shattered. The Marines have gone from being a security force for Tajikistan to what the Chinese view as a lingering pest. The PLA seeks to swat the American military away as if they were flies hovering around China's dinner plate. While it's not what America's troops expected, this is the situation. Regardless, they are still Marines. They must reassess. They had better adapt, or they will not survive. One of the worst dilemmas in any battle is to be confronted by a foe equal in technology, yet vastly superior in numbers. This is not the war they wanted, but this is the war they must fight.
There's a man going round taking names, and he decides who to free and who to blame. Everybody won't be treated all the same. There'll be a golden ladder reaching down when the man comes around. Hear the trumpets, hear the pipers, 100 million angels singing. Multitudes are marching to the big kettle drum. Voices calling, voices crying. Some are born and some are dying. The whirlwind is in the thorn tree. It's hard for thee to kick against the pricks. In measured 100-weight and penny pound, when the man comes around.
We stand at the edge of the conflict, peering into the chaos on the horizon. Tajikistan, a country as fascinating as it is perplexing. Here, we train. We learn the landscape so we can use it to our benefit. We familiarize ourselves with fellow Marines who will walk at our side step by step through this madness. We know our responsibilities extend beyond tactical assignments and matters of strategy. We swore an oath to protect America. To do so, we must protect our brothers in arms at all costs. Each man places his life in the hands of another. Once exposed to the manner in which Marines here go about the business of war, we would have it no other way. We are a hard bunch. We feast on the fury of battle. But there are genuine concerns in Tajikistan a smart soldier must reconcile. As if the ambushes, IEDs, and harsh terrain aren't bad enough, things get worse. This battlefield has another player. A larger, more dangerous threat with its own agenda stands in the distance. This fighting force is not relegated to the shadows of hidden mountain passes or the inaccuracy of hit-and-run RPG attacks. They don't fight with antique weapons. They are the largest military power on the planet, the People's Liberation Army of China. Turns out the insurgents pose just as big a threat to Chinese security as they do to America. With one of their provinces directly in jeopardy, China seeks to hold ultimate sway in Tajikistan. As such, they play by their own rules. They have no interest in furthering the objectives of the United States. They outnumber the Marines and are not afraid to flex their military muscle. And when push comes to shove, as it always does when tensions are this high, everyone wonders what will happen when guns are drawn, pins are pulled, and talking stops.
You want to see some crazy shit, get on the next plane, bus, train, whatever, man. Come on down to sunny old Tajikistan. I mean, the food sucks, the people look at you funny, and at least once a day somebody's shooting at you. You can't beat the entertainment, buddy. I mean, where else can you see these half-baked insurgents trying to take on a real military force, huh? They'd be better off throwing down their rusty rifles and heading back home. Shit. Just yesterday, I shot 5 of them to pieces with my damn 249. Which has a little bit of a sting to it, if you know what I mean. And what do? Man, they sent out 5 more. I mean, them crazy sons of bitches. Look, now, I ain't no Einstein. I don't go to no Harvard, man, but even I know that shit's goddamn stupid. And I don't know why they're fighting so hard, man. This ain't their land anyway. Shit, I don't even know whose land this is. It's done changed hands more times than an old dollar bill at a strip joint. Hey, that's okay, man. I'm just here to follow orders. I can prove myself in a place like this. Everybody's so uptight, shit. I don't understand why. This is as easy as it gets, man. You shoot them before they shoot you. I'm gonna do what I'm told. No, don't get me wrong. No back talk, no drama this time. Now, I ain't no loose cannon like they make me out to be, you know what I mean? I just deal with some things in my own way. I hope the Marines could recognize the strength of an individual spirit, baby, but instead I've been punished for expressing my frustrations in a manner not reflective of the Corps' basic values. I mean, what kind of shit is that? Well, I'm tired of seeing everybody around me getting praised and promoted, while I sit here with a dumb look on my face. I'm just as good a Marine as any of them, man. I can be responsible, I can be focused and dedicated. I can do anything they can do. Better. If Tajikistan is gonna beat me down, man, then I'm gonna get something out of the deal, you know what I mean? Both sides are gonna respect me. The people I'm shooting with and the people I'm shooting at. And you can take that to the bank, baby.
Peggy 18.
Before I came here, I heard someone call Tajikistan a hellhole. An unforgiving pile of rubble. They told me I wasn't supposed to be here. Now, funny thing is, I almost wasn't here. A long time ago, I was just a scared, naive, knucklehead kid from Detroit on the road to failure. And then I got a second chance. I joined the Corps, and I haven't looked back. Now the path I walk is paved with purpose, and it's lined with opportunities. And Tajikistan has plenty of both. You know, Uncle Sam has handed down my purpose, which is seek out insurgents and deliver to them the righteous fury of a well-trained Marine. That's what I do. Despite the fact that the insurgents always find themselves outthought and outfought, they keep on coming. And it's almost as if each one wants to see for himself if the stories are true. You know, could there really be such a proficient fighting machine set loose upon them? I ain't no fool. All right, this ain't no movie. That naive kid grew up. All right, I'm not blind to the world around me, and just because I laugh at danger doesn't mean I think it's a joke. I know I'm not invincible. And while a single bullet can't end the world, one can most definitely end mine. Tajikistan is a tricky place, but I have the benefit of experience. I tell my men all the time, I'm not a doctor, but I am in the life-saving business. It's my responsibility to use the knowledge that I've gained to help my Marines accomplish their mission with honor and leave here in one piece. The way I figure, a man with a gun is a threat, and a man with a gun and a plan is lethal. I believe in having a plan. And trust me, I got the gun part covered too.
Peggy 18.
Hello and welcome to another in our series of advanced training tutorials. The goal of these videos is to give you an insight into the wealth of tactical options and aids at your disposal, which will help you win on the battlefield and serve the Corps with honour and distinction. First of all, let's take a look at the heads-up display, or HUD as it's often referred to. In Red River, the HUD is one of the tools that will improve your situational awareness. As you can see, there are some familiar elements and some not so familiar. The compass is set at the top of your screen in the centre and shows a number of important elements, the most obvious being the direction in which your Marine is facing. In addition, it displays the direction of objective markers and the position of enemy units as they are identified. The enemy will be displayed in one of three ways on the compass. A solid red triangle denotes a confirmed enemy sighting and the position of the threat. If you see the triangle transform into a red haze, this signifies a best guess at the last known position of the enemy, as the precise location is unknown to the squad. A yellow triangle means the unit is incapacitated or dying, or both. The radar is a new addition to FlashPoint and it functions as you'd expect. It is primarily used for tracking the movement of your squad. The numbered markers represent each member of your fire team, and the A and C markers are the location of your allied fire teams Alpha and Charlie. Dropped weapons are also marked on the radar. It's worth remembering this if all you can hear is the click, click, click of an empty chamber. As a proud member of the United States Marine Corps, it's your job to follow orders. It's what you do. To assist you, orders are translated into objective markers in the game. There are a few different flavours of objective marker in Red River. Let's take a look at them. First up, and most important of all, is your primary objective marker. From the text next to the marker, you can clearly see what type of objective it is and its distance from your current location. These are your primary objectives and you must achieve these in order to complete the mission. There are also additional optional objectives for the highly motivated recruits. Next up, we have the RV, or rendezvous point marker. This is essentially a breadcrumb trail showing the optimal route through the mission. Finally, we have the squad objective. This marker communicates the overall goal of the entire squadron, all 12 men under Sergeant Knox's righteous command. Operation FlashPoint Red River is a tactical game that requires you to work as a team, either cooperatively with other players online or with AI fireteam members. The fireteam status panel monitors your fireteam and lets you issue orders to the group or individual members. The panel will display the complementary roles of your fireteam: rifleman, scout, grenadier and auto rifleman. It also displays the status of each member. Are they injured? Are they in a vehicle? Have they been told to hold fire? You can select your fire team via the status controls. One button will select your entire fire team, another selects number 2, another selects number 3, and finally number 4. This is the same regardless of whether your fire team consists of human or AI members. The most important tactical tool at your disposal is the Quick Command Radial, or QCR. This allows you to issue orders and communicate with the rest of your fire team. The QCR in Red River has been streamlined so all orders can be issued with just a couple of button presses. The QCR is activated by pressing and holding the QCR button. Once the QCR is on screen, it can easily be navigated. The QCR is divided into 4 sections. Up selects your maneuver commands. Using Move will send your fire team to the location highlighted by the in-game cursor. They'll then defend against or attack any targets around them. Issuing a rush order will send your team to that point at full speed, ignoring other enemy positions or objectives. Finally, a hold position command will give your fire team a location and a position to defend. Down will access your suppression orders. The suppression order tasks your team to find a good cover spot and unleash their firepower on the enemy. Flank left or right will order your fire team members to approach the target from either side, avoiding the direct path of fire. On the right are your tactics, allowing you to change formation and adjust your fire team rules of engagement. This menu also contains your corpsman option. Use this to call for assistance if you're incapacitated. Finally, on the left are your fire team follow commands, including follow me and follow that target. The QCR is context sensitive, meaning that some of these orders will change depending on what you point your target at. For example, pointing your command radial at a vehicle will give you the option to issue a board vehicle, follow vehicle, or even engage vehicle. Tajikistan is a dangerous place. Sooner or later, even the finest recruit is going to get shot. In Red River, unlike other games, you won't heal magically. Instead, you must take action yourself. You can see where your Marine has taken damage and how severe it is on the damage meter. Yellow indicates a light wound. Orange is a severe wound. Different wounds have different impacts. Wounds to the leg will impair your ability to sprint, while wounds to the arms will affect your aiming ability. If you take too much damage, you will be incapacitated and unable to help yourself. If your Marine has taken damage, press and hold the action button to administer first aid, healing your injuries. A penetrative wound will cause your Marine to bleed out. The speed at which you bleed to death will be determined by the severity of the wound. It is vital that you patch yourself up as quickly as possible. Press and hold the action button to patch yourself up. You can increase your healing time using specializations which you can unlock with XP. If you are bleeding and incapacitated, you can call for help. If you're lucky, a fellow member of your squad will be able to come and heal you. If you're unlucky, you can always choose to accelerate your demise and adjust your strategy next time around. That's all from this chapter of Advanced Training. Watch more tutorials to maximise your potential in the field.